So I took this deck to locals and we got sixth place. We got sixth place with this deck, and we got us a box of King's Court. This is Atem's theme deck. It's an Atem theme deck. Basically, I mixed the knights with the magicians, and I'll just show the cores and then the box opening. So like I said, we got sixth place. And first we'll start with, I'll say the magician's part, and I'll put in 2 blacklisted soldiers, envoy of the beginning, 1 dark magician girl, and if you're watching this, Celine, this reminds me of you, so it's like you'll always be a part of my deck, baby. I love you. It's my daughter. 2 dark magicians, 1 red eyes black dragon, because he did have this card when Joey gave it to him in Battle City, which is why it just made me think of this deck. And the reason I put blacklisted soldier, I saw GX last night, and the guy that stole Atem's deck, and then he summoned it, even though we know he never played this card, but the guy who stole Yugi's deck summoned it. So I was like, wait, 1, he never had that in his deck, but 2, I can actually run that in my deck in a combo, and I'll just show that combo that people bricked, and I just OTK them. We got 3 souls for the magicians. You can even send this to the graveyard by sending Dark Magician Girl or Dark Magician to the graveyard to reborn themselves. And then we got the Red Eye Fusion to fuse them together. Magical Eye Fusion to bring out a second copy. Then we have our Soul Servants, which will stack any magician card that you need or the magician support. And then if it's in the graveyard, while you have Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician, it's a basic free pot of greed, so you stack what you need and then draw 2. I'll search it for it. Magician's Rod. And then we got 1 Circle, 1 Eternal Souls, and 1 Dark Magic Attack. Why 1 of? Because even if they're destroyed and sent to the graveyard, Soul Servants can place them from the graveyard back on top of the deck, and then you can draw. So even if they're destroyed, just Soul Servant, put them back on top, whatever you need, or if they're not destroyed, just keep searching. So that's it for the Magician support. Then we got our 1 card Bower, which is a 1 card Dragoon, because it summons out King and Queen. You can link Queen for Edupt, and then you know where to go from there. Also, it's also a 1 card Zeus, where what I like doing is summoning a Utopia double or Utopia double, getting Utopia double, going into Beyond, punching them in the face if they're wide open. If they have a monster, it'll drop their monster's attack to 0, hit them with 6,000 damage, then go Gaia, Charger, and then Zeus for 4 materials. So it's a 1 card Zeus with 4 materials. Or a 1 card Dragoon, this is the deck Dragoon goes in. 1 reinforcements, so we can search out the Bower. We got 3 Joker's Knights. This is like their Soul Servants. So yeah. Then we got the combo starter that's needed for the spell in the trap. Joker's Wild. You need Queen. If they get banished or removed or whatever the case is, if they're no longer in play, both of them, the spell and trap card, you can still recur them, but you can't use them because the first line in the text is a special summon Queen. And then by her side, 2 Kings and 1 Jack. Then we got Face Card Fusion, because if we have Jack on field and Face Card Fusion, we can fuse Jack on field with Joker in deck for Edeton, and then Edeton will search out with another Joker, so these 2 will be engraved. This will recur itself to your hand by putting this back in the deck, and then you have another Joker for whatever place you want to do. 3 Joker straight, and 3 Joker swap. This copies this card, so you can have summon out all 3 knights for defensive purposes on their turn, or even if you have like 1 knight or 1 card on the field, whether even if it's Magician's Rod, you can summon Queen and then tribute for whatever you want. So even if you have Souls activated, if you have Circle activated because you played Magician's Rod and you have Dark Magician in hand, you can summon Queen off of this, copying Joker straight, and then search out King, and then you're allowed to immediately normal summon, so you can tribute the Rod and the Queen that you just special summoned to normal summon Dark Magician, triggering Circle. So it's a whole bunch of things you can go do with it within itself if you know how to pilot it. And I've been piloting, as you've seen in deck profiles, I've been I've been using this part of the deck. And then, like I said, I had a dream. I fell asleep at a friend's house. And when I woke up, I was like, yo, you can use it with Magicians. And nobody's running it like I am. So I was like, why not? So I started running it with Magicians. And then because of the GX episode, I included BLS for further plays. Then this deck really falls to ash, especially when you want to play the traps. Spell or trap or whatever, the searchers. Like if you want to play circles or you want to search with that first. So since they'll try to ash, you got your gammas, your 1 driver. Not only that, if you searched whatever with Soul Servants, or if you send Bower to the graveyard, well, let's say the searchers, and then they ash, you gamma, you get 2 free monsters on board. You can just tribute for Dark Magician, or even basically, if you try searching something with no monsters on board, and they ash and you gamma, this is a free Dragoon within itself, because you could link this away for Amaduk or whatever it's called, that link 1 monster that looks like it's a dragon puppy to me, and then basically going to Vertate. So this is another free Dragoon. 1 monster reborn, just a staple. Harpy's Feather Duster, Poly, and Double or Nothing. I'm not going to show the extra deck because it's basically the same. Side decks, whatever you want to put in. But this is the idea kind of where I was leaning for. I can fuse the Knights with the Magicians, and basically this is an Atem's deck aside from the Gammas and stuff like that. And we know he doesn't play none of these Dark Magician support, but we're going to support it. So we got the Knights and their support that he used, and we got the Magicians and their support that I use. So it's like an Atem's deck 2021. Alright, so let's get into a quick opening, see what we get. I don't want to pre-open this because I want to show you because it's freshly sealed. Yeah. Like, we've had so many openings, so we're just gonna go straight to it. Should be a quick opening. They also play this, but we ain't got no room for that to play in here unless we're making a 60 card deck. And it's already at 45, which is fine because we decked in a lot. We play Joker straight, so that thins out all the Knights. It summons them from the deck for free, as long as it doesn't get ashed or anything. I love the deck, but I'm waiting for cards to come in the mail to make, I guess, another update with a card that's just so broken in it, and then I want to try it out at a tournament. So I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, and then it's really going to get spicy. And they're old cards. I love using old cards that people say are garbage, nobody will ever use them, come together and just win. And I actually win. Like I topped with this exact deck. I topped 6. Well, I got 6th place. So I topped 8, whatever I topped. And like I said, I just love this deck. I haven't put it down since I got the Knights. Cards I'm looking for in here, the collector's rare of my Knights. Like, it would be dope if I had pulled all of the cards that are collector's rare of the Knight support for my deck. That would be badass. And that's not a collector's rare. Got a Thunder Speed Summon. Face card fusion. I love this spell. I mean, I only use it for Atem, but I love Atem. And that you could deck then by fusing Jack in the deck. I'm going through this as fast as I can, and then I'll show you the 3-card combo to punch people. I punched people in the face with, as long as I drew them and they bricked. I guess that's what people brick. They drew hand traps that were useless, and then they just passed turn, and that's what you get for putting extra cards in your deck that really doesn't go with your deck. Just makes you brick. If you have a whole bunch of useless hand traps, then you really can't do nothing. But it happens. It happens. And then, fortunately, I drew the 3-card OTK Nostalgic. Nostalgic OTK. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Also, the combo for the Pot of Greed, Dragoon. Is that Magnet Words telling me to add them to the deck? No. I don't know how they play, so. This is my first time really playing with Magicians. And I love the Knights. This is my first time playing with the Knights too, but I don't know, it's just so fun playing with them. And I've been topping tournaments. I've won 3 tournaments with the Knights and other support. Now with the Magicians added with it, but I'm aiming for that. And like I said, I'm waiting for this 1 card to come in the mail. I've been playtesting it online perfectly, and I love it. They go with, I say they perfectly combo with the Knights. Last pack. Nothing. Oh well, not bad for a free box. But let's grab the cards. It was Bauer. This card and this card, and then this was a future play. So let's just do this. And get this out of the way. So it was opening up power. I should have been more prepared, but I'm going along with it. So basically, it was opening up Bauer, using his effect to tribute him to graveyard, and we specialed King and Queen. Next, this was our hand. We used Magician Souls to send Dark Magician to graveyard, and Souls to graveyard to Reborn to special summon Dark Magician from graveyard. Now we have a Dark and a Light in graveyard, banish them, summon Blackluster Soldier. Nostalgic. Now we have King and Queen on field, Dark Magician on field, Blackluster Soldier on field. 325. Another 15, 16. That's 8,600 damage. That was game. OTK Alpha 3 cards. Not bad, right? Nostalgic beatdown. The card for 2-card Pot of Greed Searcher is basically just this card and this card. Let's say you have that in hand and you just want to go for a circle. Let's say this is hand. Basically you have the trap already. You want to search out the spell, but you're not going to use him to search out the spell. What you're going to do is normal summon so he can search out Soul Servant. Then you're going to special summon by sending Dark Magician Girl to the graveyard. Then you're gonna link both away. For Verte Anaconda, using his effect, you know, dump Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and the fusion card to the graveyard to bring out Dragoon. Then you're gonna activate Servants to place Circle on top of deck. Then, since your graveyard has Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, you can banish and you'll draw the circle that you stacked and another card. So now you have Circle, Eternal Souls, and whatever other servant, you can just stack whatever you want. And since you have Dark Magician, Dark Magician Girl, it will be a Pot of Greed every time you activate its graveyard effects. So then you could play sets going from there. And then if you have the spell card for the knights, you can just keep using this to stack magician cards and then using the spell card to just swarm out all 3 knights. So like they kind of go good. They blend well together is what it is. So basically that's it. Cut it short, or attempted to. Hope you like. This is my Atem's theme based deck. And I'm still going to be using it. I'm just waiting for the cards to come in the mail so I can make it to my liking and just keep shutting down the meta and going from there to make it more competitive.